in a sec. Okay, there we
Now
are.
it says that we're live.
Yes,
Of course, right as we go live, my dogs get a little active.
that's all
So
right.
if you
Well,
hear barking, I'm going to let him outside real quick.
all right.
There. They can come and go as they please while we're doing this.
All right.
So
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Ben,
I'm Danielle. Nice to
and
see whoever's here.
we'll see if anyone shows up. I just thought we'd jump on, and since it's been a while since we've done a video together here on this channel.
It's been a long while, and that's my fault.
Uh,
That's 100% my fault. My pipe burst, for anybody who wants to know, my pipe burst back in February, and the repairs are just getting completed this week. So I've been in between places and haven't had a good place to sit and do videos. Plus, I haven't been gaming all that much either because my games were in one place and I was in another.
yeah,
So
potentially stressful.
it was very stressful, and it sucked because my pipes burst last winter also, and so I just finished those repairs, and then I came back and my ceiling was on the floor again in a different area. So it kind of sucked.
That sounds delightful.
Oh yeah, let me tell you, good times, good times.
Good
So
times. Yeah.
what have you been up to, Ben? How's work been?
Work has been okay. We've lost 2 people in the last month, so it's down to me and Glenn. So
Oh, so you're working more hours then because of that?
yes and no. I work 40 hours.
Oh,
I work
God.
40 hours.
Okay.
But
and it didn't
yeah,
increase losing 2 people.
yes. So I'm technically only still working 40 hours.
Okay, we'll discuss that offline.
No, it's yeah. I'm doing the best I can. Glenn's working on comics. He's working on the new releases every week because every Wednesday is new comic day, and so he's spending his week planning for that every week, and I'm spending the week doing everything else.
And well, I'm just saying, don't give them your free time though.
No.
So what new comics have come in lately that you think everybody and their mother should be reading?
So a lot of the ones I've done, I can pull a list of ones I've actually talked about on the channel, but I've been enjoying a one called Grommets lately.
Grommets?
Grommets, yes.
Okay.
It's a giant generator. It's a Rick Remender series. It's about teens during the 80s. It's like skate culture. And it's just, yeah, so it's a very nostalgia comic.
That sounds like it'd be kind of cute.
Yeah.
I haven't been reading comics in a while, but that one sounds cute.
Yeah. A lot of the stuff from Giant Generator and Rick Remender have been pretty good. There's another one called Seasons, which is I guess it's a sort of like a detective story in a way, but it's a story about this creepy circus that comes through town, and bad things always happen whenever that circus goes through town. And then this girl is realizing something's wrong, but everyone's kind of gaslighting her into thinking everything's okay and that she's just being a small child.
Oh, that sounds like something that would occur. So so it goes to one town.
Yeah.
Things happen, and then it goes to another town. Why does the one town not tell the other town? Is word not getting out, or people not remembering, or should I read the comic and find out?
I don't think we've gotten to that point yet. I don't know if those towns have forgotten about it, or if those towns just cease to exist after they've come through.
What kind of time period would this take place in?
I think it's 1920s ish,
Okay.
1919, 1920s ish, if I remember correctly.
So the news didn't spread as quickly as it does in modern days.
Everything, yeah, everything in this, all this stuff has been traveling by letter.
Oh, okay. So depending on the mileage and the Pony Express, it might that could explain it. So you'll have to. Well, I'll either have to read it, or you'll have to fill me in on what happens.
Yep. And another good series by that same a publishing company is called Dust to Dust. It takes place during the Dust Bowl, and it's a story about the struggles during the Dust Bowl in a small town and
interesting
characters in it. So that's So those are 3 comics from that same small publishing company that are good and worth checking out.
Nice. All right. Well, I'll have to make a note of that and
Yes.
get up a store soon because I'm out of the loop on the comics lately.
Yeah. DC is doing the Absolute Universe right now.
Okay. Yeah. See, I'm definitely out of the loop. I haven't read any of that.
So basically, they're just like new retellings of like the classic DC superheroes with new origins, like completely new origin stories.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That I will have to check out because I do love me some Batman.
There is, yeah.
Is there, which ones have you, of that universe, are you enjoying the most?
I think the Batman one so far. I've read all of the number ones, and I did a video ranking them. I read the first story arc of the Wonder Woman one. That one is interesting, where she was basically raised in hell.
Oh.
But that one's a little bit darker, and she comes to Earth to save Earth. Batman's really good. It's kind of a story, kind of like what if Batman's Bruce Wayne's mom was still alive, and they weren't super rich.
Oh.
And yeah.
And well, I'm not going to ask for spoilers on that because I will probably pick up the Batman and the Wonder Woman one.
Yeah, but I think the first one is, I don't know what happens later on, but the first one's told through Alfred's perspective, and I don't think he knows them.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're selling me on that one, so I'll definitely be getting that.
Yeah. Martian Manhunter.
And then I can do my review on it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Flash is it's like a new origin story of Kid Flash, and Martian Manhunter is a really trippy one. It's got a lot of like neon sort of art sort of thing. It's like, kind of like a acid trip throughout.
Oh,
it's interesting. The art's interesting. Yeah, and then
did you read the Superman one?
I read the first couple of them. It's a different story.
I find Superman to be just kind of boring.
Sure.
That's why I never really got into his comics, and even watching him in the movies. I mean, I don't think they suck, but I think that they're just not as fun.
Well,
but I will say I'm very excited to see the movie when it comes out because I saw one preview for it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this actually looks good!" And they have crypto in it, so so I'm pretty excited to see that.
Sweet. Yeah, I haven't watched a ton of movies lately. We'll say, like, if the DC universe, the absolute ones, they're good as long as you're not like set on the superheroes having the same origin as like they've been known to have. As long as you're okay deviating from that, then
that's like the Elseworlds.
Yeah,
they did the whole, and I actually really liked that. I still have that book.
Yeah.
So I see those as that, and they're trying something different too. So after a while, it's kind of nice to have just a kind of a different take on it. I didn't think I would like the Joker movie, the first one. I was like dead set against even watching it.
Sure.
But it turned out I actually really liked it. So
did you see the second one?
I fell asleep during it.
Okay.
So I know how it ends.
Okay.
So I know how it ends, and and that's why I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that.
Okay. Yeah, I heard not good things about it. I've only seen the first one.
Yeah, I don't know that I'll go back and rewatch the second one. I mean, I fell asleep for a reason, most likely. So but so I did get to level 60 in the season of Diablo.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I was very excited about that. And then I get into the Paragon, which is supposed to give my character like different powers and stuff.
Yeah.
But I have to go metalcraft my equipment.
Okay.
And I can't metalcraft the equipment because I'm missing like these gemstones or something. I'm like, well, how am I supposed to go collect these? So I haven't been able to enjoy the Paragon level stuff yet.
Oh.
Yeah. So
how long are these seasons?
Well, the season ended, so now the new one just started. They last, I think it's 2 months.
Okay.
I think maybe 3 months.
Okay. So you just have to play a whole bunch of.
It's like kind of different quote unquote little stories.
Okay.
So like the last season that ended, it was Season of the Witchcraft, and then you were
Okay.
fighting monsters to collect witch powers. Like, so you would kind of learn their spells type of deal. And then you had to, there were these headless husk things that you had to fight. So there's always kind of like a theme of what you're doing. This new season, I'm going to pronounce his name wrong, Baal. He was one of the main demons in the previous Diablo, and he's returned now to the sanctuary area, and so lies are getting spread, and so we're gonna have to probably take him down. And you
Okay.
get demon powers in this one. By
Okay.
killing bosses give you certain demon powers.
Sure.
So I just
Okay.
started.
Gotcha.
So yeah. So that's the Diablo talk.
Nice.
And you've not been watching wrestling on a weekly basis, right?
Not on a weekly basis. I picked it up for WrestleMania. At least I watched the first night of it, but
Oh, you didn't see the second night?
I did not. I found myself incredibly frustrated by a lot of things with the
Okay. The kickouts are annoying.
Yes.
But I find what's more annoying is, because this happened on Raw.
Okay.
Seth freaking Rollins comes out, makes his entrance, and then the crowd's, cheering and doing their little song, and he just lets them do it for hours, it feels like. I'm like, just start talking already, dude. So sometimes they drag things out, and I think that is more annoying than all the kickouts.
Really? Okay.
Because I'm just like, okay, get to it. It's like you wasted 5 minutes just listening to the crowd cheer. So, which is cool. I mean, when we went, I was cheering too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I felt
as long as you can get the crowd involved with it, I think that's a good thing. But
well, yeah, it's definitely good to get the crowd involved. But then
Sure.
the lack of patience I have sometimes, I'm like, just say just get the drama started.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's a 3-hour show, so that's a lot of things they gotta pack into a 3-hour show.
And the next pay-per-view is also going to be another 2-night event. So I'm wondering
Wow.
if they're going to start doing their pay-per-views as 2-night events.
I think they have too much going on at that point, because yeah, I don't have the patience for a 6-hour event right now.
Yeah, and it's nice that they break it up, but yeah, it's a lot of, and when there's so much good wrestling out, it's hard you have to pick and choose.
And I thought the match quality for WrestleMania was way lower than previous years.
Oh, I really liked this WrestleMania. I mean, some of the matches weren't as good as other ones, but I actually really liked this WrestleMania.
Okay.
So, but
it seemed like
there's been some more epicness in the past for sure.
Yeah. And I mean, it seemed like they tried to make it almost too epic in a way. Like they tried to give everyone their chance to shine, and unfortunately, because of that, it seemed like no one really got to shine too much.
Because everybody was taking the spotlight.
Yeah, because every title changed hands, and all the baby faces went over. And I mean, aside from the John Cena thing, which they tried to make that a special thing, but unfortunately, everyone had their WrestleMania moment, so it didn't really matter too much.
Yeah, and I wasn't excited for the Cena match. I don't like. I'm just that storyline's kind of annoying to me.
Yeah.
I find it weird that on his way out, he's become a kind of a jerk. So
yeah.
And he really, I wish he would shave his head.
Oh, just because of the bald spots?
Well, I think he actually looks a lot better bald.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
With
I think
like
that
the
was
military
a good look
cut.
on him. What's that?
With the military cut?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind military cuts, but I don't think it looks good on him. And you look at me being all judgmental.
No, that's what he had before, was like the military cut,
which was fine, but he still looks best with the shaved head.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's just what I think.
Yeah. I think one of the things that annoyed me with this WrestleMania and this whole storyline with the Cena and Cody Rhodes was, I mean, a couple things. Like Travis Scott had no business being involved with that. Like,
yeah, I thought that was a lot.
What's he gonna do in the business? Also, how The Rock was involved in that somehow, but then he didn't show up to WrestleMania, but he was in the storyline and had no significance to it.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with you on any of that.
Because I thought that was pretty pointless, and I think he's just being in a power position. He wants to be in the spotlight, but also wants to shy away from the spotlight at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, that was, I had actually kind of forgotten about that whole part of him wanting his soul.
Yeah.
I actually kind of forgot, because when I was watching it and then he wasn't on it, I had completely even forgotten about that detail of that whole storyline. So yeah, that was actually a bad move to not put him in WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But Monday Night Raw was actually really, really good, and Rusev is back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks.
so spoiler alert for Monday Night Raw, Rusev comes back.
Yeah, wasn't Aleister Black back as well?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's back too.
Okay. Yeah.
And of course, my boy Orton.
Yeah.
Orton's back around too. So
yeah. So is that going to be a storyline then? Randy Orton, John Cena for?
That's where I'm thinking they're going with it.
Okay.
So, but I was really bummed to hear that Kevin Owens is out for about a year. They're expecting him to be out for about a year for, I think, a neck injury.
Wow, that's
what they said on. I don't remember if they said that on Raw or on WrestleMania, but I remember them commenting that they're estimating about a year.
Yeah, I think they had Cody drop the title so that he could take some time off for.
Well, I had heard with him he ruptured at the cage match one.
Okay.
The steel cage match one. He ruptured an eardrum.
Oh, okay.
And he wasn't supposed to, and that's why he wasn't wrestling between that one and WrestleMania. I actually thought he was going to have to relinquish the title because I wasn't expecting him to even wrestle at WrestleMania, but he did.
Yeah.
So that's probably why they made him give up the title so he could finish recovering.
That's cool, but I thought John Cena probably wasn't the person to do it, but
no, I agree.
Just because, what's the significance? There's really no significance to having him beat Flair's streak or reign or
Yeah, no, I actually don't understand this whole. They should have brought him back and have him not be a jerk, I think.
It made sense. Like he gave him a reason to have the title. Otherwise.
Jerky way to get the title or whatever, but it's just, I feel for Cena, it's just it doesn't fit. I don't think it fits.
Doesn't fit his character.
No, because I don't like him as a jerk.
Yeah. I mean, it works in a way because now he doesn't have to, for his final run, he doesn't have to be that guy that's signing photos in airports and taking pictures with fans. He can just focus on the job of finishing out his career.
That's probably why he's doing it, so that he ends his career and then he can just live his life and not have people bug him. He'll be like, oh, I don't want to talk to that guy. He's mean now.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, it looks like his arm is like this big.
Yeah.
And I feel like if I was standing if I was standing next to Cena and he was sideways, you wouldn't be able to see me because his arms are so big.
Sure. Yeah.
So anyway, that's our wrestling chat.
Yeah.
So
I think it's cool. All this, all these AEW and former Lucha Underground stars are in WWE now.
Well, and I had heard that WWE bought the big wrestling company in Mexico.
Mm-hmm. AAA. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the name, AAA. Yeah, my workmate was telling me about that the other day. So.
Yeah. Do you know who has the title down there now?
No. I have not ever watched
it.
It's
Alberto El Patron, Alberto Del Rio.
Oh, I remember Del Rio.
Yeah, he's got the title down there, and so it's going to be interesting to see what WWE does to try and screw him out of it.
Oh.
Because of all their history. That's going to be an interesting thing.
Oh, we'll have to see how that plays out.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't pay attention. I'll hear about it from my workmate though, because I don't.
Okay.
I wouldn't even know how to watch the AAA wrestling.
It might be available now that they're owned by WWE.
Maybe.
We'll see. They have. Yeah. I think they just have too much going on right now. They're trying to have a monopoly, and they've gone very corporate. And yeah, they're buying a lot of stuff. Like the company that owns them also owns the UFC now, and it's.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so
I
it's
will say I went onto the website, onto the merchandise to look at
yeah,
sweatshirts, and I was like,
yeah,
"Whoa, those are expensive," and I
yeah,
stopped looking. I was like, $90 for a hoodie? I'm like, I could make this on my
yeah,
Cricut.
yeah, yeah. Vince McMahon's done some not so great things, but ever since he's lost control of the company, though, gone very corporate.
Oh, that's a bummer. I mean,
Yeah.
it's good that he's getting in trouble, but it's a bummer that they're gonna go the way of corporates.
Hmm. But
But I still like watching it. It's fun, and I'm
yeah,
happy that
it is
Rusev is
fun.
back. So I'm excited to see what they do
Yeah,
with Rusev.
and we're actually finally seeing people that deserve to be given a shot and actually get a shot
Yeah,
and stuff. That's
and
cool.
these when they had the match with Bianca, uh, Ripley, and ISO. Is that how you say
Yeah.
your name?
Io?
Io.
Yeah.
Sorry, Io. Obviously, I was like, I want Ripley to win.
Hmm.
But then as I'm watching this match, to me, it didn't matter which gal won. Those girls
Yeah.
they got some moves.
Yeah.
They are very, very talented. That was an awesome match.
That's the one I want to watch from
It
them.
it was really good. And I hope I didn't spoil it by my comment about who I wanted to win.
No,
Uh,
that's I think it's time enough has passed that if people don't know,
well, you haven't watched that match yet, though, right?
I know what happens though.
Oh, okay, so you know who
Yeah.
wins.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was a really epic match.
That's awesome.
So
Yeah. Rhea's pretty talented, but I like Io though.
I think she's cute,
Yeah.
and she can like those jumps and twirls and stuff that she can do. I'm like, God dang.
Yeah.
So, but they'll probably
That's
have, I think that they'll do a good run. Those girls.
Yeah, that's awesome. I look forward to that. I know that they're trying to make a lot of women's titles right now, but
Yeah, they actually had some of the gals from NXT show up on Raw.
hmm
So I was like, are they going to start getting them now in Raw? Because I know once they are done with NXT, they do go to Raw. But they had the gal who holds the ladies' title.
okay.
And I don't remember her name, but she has a very maleficent look to her. She comes out with
Okay.
the horns and the big
Oh,
cape.
yeah, that's cool.
I was like, oh, she looks really cool. And she had a match with Io. Is that how you say her name?
Okay.
Um, I don't know why I can never pronounce her name, but so they had a match and it was pretty good.
That's cool.
You should just watch it.
Okay. Has that been a weekly thing now? Is that like a weekly routine for
Monday
you?
Night Raw.
Yeah, Monday Night Raw. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. So I watched that, and then I started to watch AEW because it's on HBO now.
Okay.
I've seen like one episode of that.
Yeah.
And I remember I was like, Dean Ambrose or John Moxley, I mean, he better have a match on this one since I watched, and sure enough, he did.
Oh, cool.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I love him. I've always loved him. I loved him as Ambrose, and I love him as Moxley.
Yeah, there was talks for a bit of him coming back to WWE at one point when his contract ended. I don't know how that actually panned out or what the timeline on that is.
Yeah, I
But
don't know if he's. I don't know how much.
I don't know if it makes sense. I mean, he doesn't need to. He doesn't have anything to really prove there, and
yeah, and I've heard that it's different. I mean, I know it's gone corporate, but I've heard that the people like working there. They like it better now that I think it's Adam is taking Pierce. I think is that his name?
okay, yeah, WWE, yeah,
yeah, he's the one that's doing the thing now versus McMahon.
okay.
So I've been hearing people talk about that they're liking it a lot better because he's doing it now.
Okay, I don't personally, but there's a few things like I don't understand the whole putting over Jay Uso thing and the whole Yeet slogan, and I don't get that part, and still the kicking out of finishers thing is a little weird to me, and then like the Travis Scott and The Rock decision, that storyline.
So you're not enjoying it?
I'm not as much as I used to, but I think there are some good things going for them, for sure. They do
Yeah.
have some good things going, and they have some good people on the roster that are fun to watch.
Yeah, I think I love it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I like to go to work the next day and my workmate, I'm like, oh my gosh, did you see this match? And what about da da da?
Yeah. Yep.
So, yeah, so
Yep.
we get a little nerdy about it at work.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. So anyway,
I'm
what
hope
else do you got anything else you wanna?
uh yeah. I know board gaming right now is going to be a little bit up in the air for a little bit with all the tariffs going on, and
Well, the one company that does Sentinels of the Multiverse.
yep.
I can't think of their company name right now.
Is it Greater Than Games?
Yeah, Greater Than Games.
Yeah.
But they only closed that division.
Yeah.
It was the affects the Sentinels and I think the Spirit Island
Yeah.
group, right?
That company. It's owned by a larger company.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the larger company shut down Greater.
Yeah,
Games,
is that Flat River? Yeah, I get emails from them. It's a gal that the marketing manager. Her name is Danny as well. I
Oh,
get emails from
good
her.
name.
Yeah. It's 2 N's though instead of 1.
Oh well.
We all make mistakes, right?
Yeah, exactly. I lost my thought. I was going to say something because you were mentioning the tariffs.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I have not heard that it's affecting a lot of the game industry yet, though.
Oh, yeah. It definitely has. There's some companies are on, like, especially with Kickstarters and stuff, people have paid for their shipping and paid for things, and then things are now more expensive, and so
Yeah,
either
but other than Greater Than Games, I haven't heard a lot of companies are closing divisions or closing down
yeah,
because of it. So I haven't heard that kind other than Greater Than Games.
there's been a few others that
Oh, there
have.
have? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're
Unfortunately.
not going to talk politics, though.
No,
So,
that's
no,
a whole nother thing right there. I have
yeah, and
plenty of
I don't.
I have
If,
plenty of opinions on both sides that I don't need to share.
and if people want to talk politics, there's other channels for that.
There's more qualified people than myself.
and myself. So, and
To
I'd
about.
rather keep it fun. So I'd rather.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So
Yes.
we did get we have the Clank Legacy 2 to play.
Okay.
We haven't gotten a chance to play that yet because it's like 12 consecutive episodes. And it's hard to like schedule the 12 hours.
Sure.
But I think once I move back to the west side,
yeah,
I'll have more time and I can say, okay, guys, now let's play this. Because I actually really love the first Clank Legacy.
Yeah.
So.
What player count are you playing it at?
Let's see. I think it's 6. I don't think you can have more than 6.
Wow. So you're going.
Wait. Well, I'm trying to think who we had last time. So yeah, it had to have been 6 or 7 because there was myself, there was Tori, there was Kate, there was Zach. There was, I think, Preston at the time. I feel like there was somebody else. So yeah, 6.
Okay.
This group go around though, there'll only be the 4 of us.
Okay, that's better.
Yeah, my gaming group's gotten a lot smaller.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, so, but it's okay. So,
yeah,
but Clank is like one of my favorite ones in that game style.
Yeah. Yeah, legacy games are hard because just getting everyone together for them and on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
And
that's why I feel like we've had the game for at least 6 months and haven't played it.
Yeah. So that's why all the legacy games I've been playing have only been with Sharita, and even then that's hard.
Yeah. Yeah, I played I played the Clank. I think Clank's been my only legacy one.
Okay.
There was a Betrayal legacy that I wanted to play, but I was too busy at the time and couldn't commit to the episodes. So I was like, no, you guys just go ahead and run it. So, but that one would have been, because I like Betrayal a lot. That's a good game.
And sadly, they don't make that one anymore.
Betrayal?
The legacy one, they don't make that one anymore.
Oh.
It's out of print.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Okay.
But I didn't play
I
the
mean,
Legacy.
they make Betrayal, but they don't make the Legacy version.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too bad.
I actually lost some of my games when my pipes broke.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah,
So we'll
it
have to
was very
get your.
sad. And
Well,
in fact, my Sentinels. Oh, I know what I'm going to say because this is a good segue.
okay.
But I will never forget. There was one day I was playing Magic, and I laid my Gaia's Cradle down to play it, and everybody at the table flipped out because my cards were not double sleeved. Guy came back the next day with a pack of sleeves and made me sit there and re-sleeve my deck. And I was like, okay, this is so weird, but okay, whatever. No. Sleeve your shit. Oh, sorry. Sleeve your stuff. My pipes broke. And where the water caved in the house was near my game. So some games got ruined. Sentinels of the Multiverse being one of them. All like most of my boxes were all like wet, but my cards were sleeved. So I was able to just lay them out. And I don't think any of them are going to be ruined. So sleeve
That's
your
good.
cards.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. So, and at the time I was like, okay, why do I have to double sleeve these? Because they were sleeved, they just weren't double sleeved. And now, I'm like, maybe I should be double sleeving everything I own. Because plastic, even some of my crafting supplies they were wrapped, in plastic, and so they got saved. So
yeah,
just sleeve your stuff, people. That's all I'm saying. And I'm sorry I said a bad word earlier.
I guess as long as I would say as long as it's. I mean, if it's worth double sleeving, double sleeve it. If it's not worth double sleeving.
I only have I have that deck double sleeved because the Gaia's Cradle. So then obviously if you double sleeve one card, you got to sleeve the whole deck.
Yeah.
But and my Glissa, maybe Glissa's the one with Gaia's Cradle in it. I think that might be my only deck I've got double sleeved actually.
Okay.
So, because that's really the only deck that I have that's probably worth something. Although my dragons might be worth something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't pay attention to that, which is why it wasn't double sleeved in the first place.
Sure.
So
I try not to. Yeah, I try not to look at the prices of things because whenever I look at the prices of cards, it just makes me think that hey, I should sell my commander deck.
Oh, yeah, and I don't get the cards. I get the cards to collect them, not to sell them.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Because I like the art or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
question for you.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on all the Universes Beyond stuff and how integrated with Magic?
I'm actually kind of over all that. Like, I don't think that they should be crossing these things. I'm like, I feel like they've ran out of ideas.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And they should just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Although I will say there is, my friend owes me, for a trade, and I don't really get the cards like from the other sets, but there is a card in the Final Fantasy set that I want, and it's a druid, and I'm trying to pull up the picture. But I just want her because she's stinking adorable. But I'm not in. They need to stop with all the mixing. What is your thoughts? It's this card.
Okay. Oh.
Isn't she? She's cute, and I'm like, well, and then I need to make her outfit. But I don't do anything with Final Fantasy. I've never played that at all, so I was like, I don't care about these characters.
Yeah. So. I think it's gonna be a expensive set, and we're at the shop. We're going pretty heavy into it, but I don't know how much we're going to be allocated is the problem, because with the last few sets we've been allocated and had our allocations cut.
So that's still an issue?
Yeah.
With allocation cuts? The shops around me, they talk about it too.
Pokemon, it's horrible. Like, we're getting like 10% with our Pokemon stuff, but...
See, and that's so annoying because you guys should never get shorted your allocations. They should be showing the allocations to Target and Walmart and Amazon. Don't get me started on that, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But as for the Universes Beyond stuff, they announced that the Spider-Man set upcoming. So it's going to be standard legal. But because of it, they don't have the license for it for Arena. So they're not going to put the cards on Arena with the Spider-Man IP. They're going to create their own, like, world set. Like they're gonna make their own like magic theme set for Arena, and then make them be Spider-Man cards for in person.
I think I heard something about that because that sounds really familiar.
Yeah. So
Uh,
that's which they're doing 2 sets for the same cards.
yeah, and see, that's like, just don't put it on Arena.
It's standard legal though, so they have to.
Yeah, but then now all they're doing is making it so that people buy more cards.
Yeah.
Like,
And yeah, I don't think that the Universes Beyond should be standard legal, but it makes people buy more of them. It makes more people need to buy them, I guess.
well, and that's why they're making it standard legal so that people spend the money on it.
Hmm. Even though Commander's still the most popular set, they're really pushing standard really hard right now.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's tough because right now I have to. My modern crew basically like has to play standard at this point
They
because
ask to or they have to.
yes, and both.
Okay.
So all the events, like the store championship events, used to be like there was different options for different formats you could run for them. Now they have to be standard for the next few years.
Oh, that's lame.
Yeah, so you can't do modern, you can't do sealed, you can't do draft. It has to be standard format.
Oh, yeah,
And
that's
so
stupid.
and so my players were like, if we're gonna be doing store championship anyway, we might as well uh do alternate standard and modern so we get some practice in and stuff. So
Yeah.
we've been doing that on Friday nights. And I've just been playing a really cheap standard deck.
And have you been doing okay with it though?
Oh no.
Oh, no.
I've been using a pre-con, basically that like the starter kit decks. I've been playing the otters from Bloom Barrel.
Oh, you're still doing that one? Because I remember you telling me about that
Yeah,
one.
I've been, and then occasionally if someone has an extra deck, that they'll lend me one of their decks. Like I
Oh,
played.
I did like that Bloomborough set. It was
Yeah.
That was the set that I've probably spent the most on lately because I was like, I have to have everything because it's just so
Yeah.
adorable.
They are cute, and then there's the Hair Apparents where you gotta collect 57 of them.
Yeah, yeah. I know somebody building a deck that's going to have some of those in it. That's not the primary thing of the deck, so it's
Okay.
not just going to be 57 of those. But it's going to be an annoying deck. And
Okay.
it's ready for test play, so maybe I can update the channel on how it goes because I'm probably going to get my butt kicked.
There you go. Absolutely.
So.
And any thoughts on Tarkir and how that set
Well,
was?
funny you mentioned that. I just picked up myself a collector booster pack and a couple play boosters.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
Very
because
nice.
I like dragons, all right.
Yeah.
So, and it's not that I was like, oh, I can't wait for the set to come out. I just happened to, I was like, oh yeah, that set came out, and I was just kind of poking around a little bit, and I was like, oh, I should get some cards. I
Yeah.
still find it fun to open packs, so every now and then I'll buy some packs,
Sure.
but I haven't been lately.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I thought it was a fun set for the pre-release, and we actually sold out of our pre-release kits for the first time.
Oh, nice.
And so, yeah, on pre-release weekend, so that was exciting.
Yeah.
There was a bit of a disagreement we had about how to allocate the clans, but yeah, we made it work, and everyone got to play what they wanted to play, so that was good.
Oh, good. So I really had a good time.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Some of them people were selling them for stupid amounts of money on the internet, reselling them pre-release weekend, and so that was worrisome and unnecessary, but
Very unnecessary.
But people are going to do what people are going to do.
And they're going to do what they're going to do so that they can earn that extra dollar.
Oh yeah, that extra dollar.
Yep. So, but anyway.
Yeah, so that's Magic. I've been just standard and modern.
Yeah, I've been doing Commander. I built a deck around this Roxanne cat druid. And I'm sure a lot of people, if they sit down and play with it, they're like, why don't you just make a Hydra deck? Because they do have a lot of Hydras in it. But I've played her like 4 times now, and 3 of the 4 she just was like, she wasn't very nice. so I think she's got some potential to be a little nasty.
Okay, there you go.
So, yeah. And then I have an insect deck, and so I played that the other night, and I thought the deck was kind of doing what I built it to do, but it still wasn't as like quick or as big as it could be. But
Okay,
I still managed to win. So
good.
yeah,
That's good that you won.
yeah. Two game. My last 2 games I did, so that means like the next 10 I'll lose.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So, but yeah, we talked a lot of stuff tonight. We talked comics,
yeah.
wrestling, magic, Diablo. That's it. That was it, right? That's our recap.
Yeah,
We talked
board gaming stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and board games. So yeah, we covered
Yeah.
a lot of topics.
Mm-hmm. We got our we got our top 10 games we're most looking forward to. Jamie, Sharita, and I are doing that in the coming weeks.
Okay.
And then we got Sharita and I are going to be doing our top 10 of all time.
And I will start playing games because I have that Clank Legacy and I have the Plague Inc. game I want to play, and I still haven't played the Cascade game that you sent me. So I got to play that still too.
We need to hop on BGA at some point. You have
I just saw it. To me, playing those kind of games online is a little challenging for me.
Okay.
I'm always not sure, like, okay, now whose turn is it? And now what am I supposed to do?
It'll tell you whose turn it is on the app. So.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll check it out.
Yeah. Give it a try, and if you don't like it, it doesn't cost anything. So.
Yeah, and maybe it'll be a good way for me to actually get some gaming in since I've just been doing Diablo. But I really wanted to get to my level 60 character, and work's been so busy and taking care of my mom and all this other stuff. And so when I did have time, I was like, I got to play Diablo because I got to get to level 60.
There you go. Then you got it.
Yeah. So
cool.
So I'll start trying to get into some board games again.
Yeah, absolutely. And let us know what you've been playing. There's still quite a bit coming out, even with all the craziness with the world, and still things to look forward to.
Yeah. So anybody who's watching or who can comment, we'd like to hear what you've been playing and doing.
Yes, please drop us a comment on what you've been playing or what you're interested in, or a board game related, comic related, or
what you want us to talk about. What if you want our opinions on stuff, or if you want us to check something out. So
well, and that is I think that's all we have for everyone here tonight. Thank you everyone for tuning into this, and
it's a wrap.
And that's a wrap.
Thanks, guys.
Happy
gaming.
Happy gaming, everyone.
All right. Bye.
Bye.